My name is Thomas Dworzak. I'm a photographer with Magnum Photos. So, I mean, it's very easy. I take pictures, but it's like a ticket. I mean, it's the best. For me, I haven't come across anything better that gives me the right to look into other people's lives or into other countries, other situations. I mean, in a very egotistical way, I use photography to give myself the right to do this. I'm getting so much out of it. I mean, this is my big egotistical trip. I chose to do that. I did my own thing for 10 years without being very connected to the market, and then I became a professional photographer inside Magnum, which usually it's the other way around. Magnum it pushes you to go further, I think, in a way. I mean, I can't imagine any other institution in photography where I can grow and I can live through it for my whole life. I mean, if I want to do something totally different 10 years from now, I think Magnum is still going to be there for me. And my big passion is the Caucasus. Like, I've lived in Georgia in the 90s, and I covered a lot of the conflicts in the Caucasus. So Georgia, well, I grew up 6 kilometers from the border, so it was always this mystical. Well, the Iron Curtain was the one we couldn't get across, but also I didn't like it at the beginning. We weren't very attracted to it. I think it was always, we were looking the other direction, but then when it opened up in the early 90s, it was a different universe. In a way, it's a place of extremes, a place of big passions. And like when I went in the 90s, I was looking for war, I was looking for conflict, I was looking for the really sad things and everything. So, well, Georgia had changed. Georgia had become this poster boy of modernity, and which was totally opposite from the Georgia I knew in the 90s. I came back in 2008 to Georgia, so now with Panasonic, it was, well, they gave me the new camera. They gave me the GX7, and I took it to Tbilisi, and I've been hoping for a camera like this to come out, and it's been a long way, and it's been a very painful way in the early 2000s, because I had to deal with a lot of very ugly and very horrible cameras, because that was the only way to do digital photography. I had to do digital because I was doing news, There was no choice, but it was really hate relationship with the camera. So now, finally, I'm getting to something that I like. And it's fast, it's immediate. I don't have a delay anymore. I mean, basically, I press the button, I get the picture. So. This is the great joy of digital, besides the fact that I can just shoot around as much as I want and I don't have to think about film or anything, it is the absence of the shutter sound. I mean, it's great. I love it. I mean, that's something I've always dreamt of. I've spent a long time of my life constantly coughing in order to sort of create a noise so people don't hear the shutter, because I want to be natural. So I go, like you take the picture, and it doesn't really, I mean, it doesn't work for a long time. I mean, you turn into some coughing freak. So just the silence is good. It's a totally different ball game that you can take silent pictures. I don't want to be influencing reality. I'm trying to be as invisible and as much a fly on the wall as possible. So if I manage to catch that moment in reality where somehow I can try to tell a story or to create an emotion or confuse somebody or anything that makes me be a better, or a photographer that can embed better or get closer to the people, be more part of a scene, that's everything that helps. The act of photography has radically changed in the last couple of years. It's become totally normal to constantly take pictures of everything. It used to be very descriptive. It used to be this very simple format of let's have 7 pictures or 11 pictures, the magazine story, where you try to make a statement. So I think I'm more in a place now where I want to give an impression, but I also want to confuse people. I want to make people think. I don't want to give a straight answer. I'm interested in the story. I'm interested in life. I'm not interested in f-stops or shutter speeds or any of this stuff. So for me, it has become easier now because, of course, I can look at it. I can look at the digital camera. I can figure out if I got the exposure right. But on a more creative level, I think there is more freedom because I can play around. But before there was always a limitation of film. You don't want to waste film on something, and now I take many more pictures of things I would not have taken pictures of, like small details or reproductions of something. Everything becomes a picture in a way. I mean, for me, it's important to be able to carry the camera all the time, be ready to shoot all the time without making this distinction between, oh, now I'm taking pictures, I'm doing photography. No, I want to live life and I glide in and out of situations that are. But as I said, I've always played with smaller cameras. I've always been I'm not interested in the technical development of big SLR cameras. I'm sure they're going to be very good and they're very professional. But for my kind of the photography I would like to do is I don't want to carry such a big thing, and I think it disrupts too much between me and the people. So from now, for everything I've played with so far, the GX7 is the one that has where it's fast, it's immediate. I don't have a delay anymore. I can walk around, I can have it hanging around my neck, or have it in my pocket. I take it out, I turn it on, it takes a picture. That's it. So it's kept in a very classical way. I mean, I still shoot manual. So there's nothing too confusing. It's kept very simply. So the lenses are great. The lenses are good, very light, strong lenses, and I like it with one lens. I mean, I'm carrying the other lenses, but I've hardly ever changed. I'm happy with the 20. It's a very light, strong lens. Works very well in low light situations. So I'm happy about the low f-stops. Besides the silent mode, which I've talked about at length, because it's my favorite feature. There's the flip viewfinder. It gives you all these different, the back screen flips. So it gives you all these different possibilities, how to frame, how to shoot more flexibly, and it goes up 45 degrees, 90 degrees. It covers the whole area. I mean, you can do like really old style photography. Yeah. Like a small, fast camera you can control. It's discreet. That's it. So. I hope that in the collaboration with Panasonic, what we can get out of it is that maybe they listen to our suggestions, because I think a lot of the things they're going to be very repetitive among most photographers.
Panasonic.